Warning, this Big Brother podcast contains spoilers.
Alrighty. Uh, yeah. Honestly, I think this was just a, a really annoying week. I mean, I'm kind of torn right now because I really like Vanessa. I like her person, I guess you'd say, but I don't like her gameplay, and I don't like the way what she's doing in the game. So I'm kind of torn. It's like I want her to win, but I don't want her to win because of the way she's playing. It's, I mean, she's even gotten in trouble with CBS and Big Brother production. Some of the stuff she's pulled this week, it's unreal. Uh, well, even though it's a reality TV show and it's, it's everything, it's still classified as a game show legally, and it's against federal law to fix game shows, to alter the results in any way by the production. Well, she went to Austin and the twins and offered them each $25,000. So all three of them, $25,000 each, if they would send one of them home and take her to Final Three with them. And she offered Julia. She offered Julia $10,000 this week to go home this week. So she would have made 35,000. And she got called into the diary room and was told very quickly that that is illegal and she can't do that, and to go back and tell them that she's not doing that. And so she went back out of the diary room, and normally it's a rule that you can't tell house guests about your diary room sessions, but she went back out there and she's like, okay, I didn't really mean I was going to give you money. I meant that that's a really good idea. She just got to cover her tracks because CBS could get fined for that if she actually went through with it. Yeah, but they told her to go tell them you are not giving them money. The deal is off. You know, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just stupid. It's like she's she's a professional poker player. She's a millionaire. She has she has cash outside the house. So she yeah, the grand prize. She's even told house guests, she's like, I don't care about the money. The 500,000 is nothing to me. I want the title. I'm a Big Brother fan. I want the title of winning Big Brother. And because they couldn't legally, if she was to win, then she wouldn't be able to split that prize money with the other house guests, especially with making the plans and everything. And so So, it's just I don't know. I was saying before that she's probably used to poker tournaments where you can split your winnings and split your pot, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this would be, go under game show law, and you can't do that. So what she was doing was literally just fixing the game by that point. And, oh well, let me pull that back up if I forget. Yeah. Apparently, see, I didn't even know it was going to be a double eviction. Did they say this ahead of time, or was it just a spur of the moment thing? Okay. Um. Yeah. After Meg was evicted, then they all went back out into the BB road trip competition, and they looked like it was 7 rounds long, and Liz won the head of household, and then yeah, and then when she goes to put up her nomination, she put up James and John. Then they went ahead and did the veto competition. It was a boomerang, and what does it look like? Vanessa is the one player that excluded from the comp. Not that it matters. Okay. What does it look like? Julia won with 17 points, and then Julia did not use the veto. The nominations remained James and John, and then you do your thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's this season they kind of don't have new ideas for the double evictions. So since James was already on the block to begin with, and he was taken off, but he was originally up with Meg, and they're just like, okay, well we sent Meg home, let's go ahead and send James home. It's yeah. If they were smart, they would have. I don't know, I'm upset, kinda. It's not that I'm upset that James left. It's that I really want the Ost twins to leave. One of the twins or Austin. It's like I want the final two to be Vanessa and Johnny Mac, and so everybody else has to leave. And yeah, I want to see them two as final two. So honestly, at that point, it doesn't matter. I mean, because it's just the kind of thing. If you put those two as final two, then it puts a really strain on the jury because then they have to decide between the best two players in the game who they give it to. Most years it's a good player and their best friend, and so it's like when was the coaches season? Which one was that? Yeah, when they had they had the coach and his player basically, and they were on the block. So it was obvious that you wouldn't give it to the coach, or they have just it's usually by the time it gets down to the jury vote, it's like an obvious winner and just whoever they brought along for the 50,000. And but if they have Vanessa and Johnny Mac this year, even if those two are partnered together, even if they have a final two deal, it would still put a strain on the jury because Johnny Mac has played a super excellent game, and Vanessa has basically controlled literally every nomination this season. So you have the best two players in the game. How do you decide between them? Well, not 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 really as much because Derek and Cody were always friends. So it was like Derek or his friend that he just took along. You know, and I think Cody won that, didn't he? Okay. I remember one of the recent seasons. It was like they took their friend and then not ended up winning because they took the friend. I mean, not the final winner, but the actual final head of household to pick the final two. Wasn't it Cody that won that? Yeah. Yeah, because I remember they were saying that if he would have taken Victoria, he would have won the 500,000 easily, and he was like, "Well, I couldn't do that. I had to take Derek." Yeah, yeah. I liked Derek best in that season, so I'm glad he won. And if it comes down this season between Vanessa and Johnny Mac, then either one that wins, I'll be happy. But if it's the worst case scenario as far as the people still left in the house will be if like Austin and one of the twins get in the final two because they haven't done shit this season. You know, no, because floaters are kind of don't really have a home and they go back and forth between the power and the Oz twins. At least ever since Julie entered the game officially, they've been their own team and they've not really floated back and forth between the power. It's been mostly they've been aligned with Vanessa, but they've been their own team. And so, it's got to be something like, okay, well, I'm on James' team this week. Okay, well, now Vanessa won half household, so I'm on her team. Well, now Johnny Mac won half household, so I'm on his team. That's what I think of as a floater. It's not it's not somebody who's you know they've got their own. The Austins have got their own team, and they've got their own style of playing the game. And it's worked so far, I guess. I just don't like it. Yeah, it's kind of dumb. I would have rather seen Steve leave instead of James, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, yeah, because they've been really good with the nominations this year and the evictions, but it's also a lot of that's because Vanessa's telling people what to do. So yeah, kind of. She's more. Yeah, she's the more Amanda player. Yeah, Right. That's I, I don't know. This season kind of checked out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's like there always hits this point, and usually it's like in the final five where you just kind of know how the game's gonna fall, and so it's like no real surprises, no real anything because they've already done all their twists. They've already done, you know, they already did the OTEV, they already did the Zingbot, and there's no real interesting things that's gonna happen left in the game. And they hit that point like 3 or 4 weeks early this year. So now it's just kind of like, it's like, okay, what's Vanessa gonna do this week? And before, like maybe 3 weeks ago or so, I would have really wanted them to evict Vanessa because that would have shook some gameplay up and everything. But now, if they lost Vanessa, then there'd be literally no reason to left to watch the show. She's got too many people who got her back. I would be drastically surprised if she ever makes it on the block again. I don't think there's anybody left in the house that would nominate her. I mean, we got Johnny Mac, the Oz twins, and Steve, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because they normally they put the final three is in the last episode, the final four is in the last week. So yeah, that's about right. Yeah, we did more episodes. Yeah. No, and it looks like they won't be doing the next head of household competition until after Big Brother After Dark. So the house guests are open up until like 4 or 5 a.m. And that's why they sleep until like noon. They really don't care what they do in the house. It's well, they're also on Pacific time, so that's 10 p.m. when Big Brother After Dark starts in Big Brother and Pacific time. So it's not super late, but it's not ready yet. Like I can't, normally on the podcast I can say this person won't have household, and they haven't even started yet. So not yet. It hasn't even happened yet. Alrighty. Uh, well, sorry, people. You just have to imagine the outro music this time. I'm on Twitter at Erika Rain 7. Phenomadom. Yes.